I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for tonight, the regular October meeting of the Becker School District. Pete is absent, and we have Ryan Hubbard and Connie Robinson will be with us remotely on the speakers. So, Ryan, can you hear me?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yep. Connie, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Okay. We will start with student report.
Okay. In the past month, Becker volleyball has had their ups and downs, but coaches and players agree that team chemistry is at a high. They had a great game against Big Lake last Thursday, winning 3-2. The Becker football team fought until the end against Totino Grace in the state championship rematch, but an injured Dogs team couldn't pull out a comeback against the Eagles, playing down the entire game, losing 20-30. Boys cross country is a strong state contender, taking 5th at their Alexandria meet among other state teams. They took home first in their state meet. Sorry, they took first in their home meet.
You're so used to saying that, I think.
Yeah. Girls cross country is also a strong state team contender. At the Lucky Lindy Invite in Little Falls in early September, they took 3rd out of 14 teams. At the Roy Griak meet 2 weeks ago, they took 4th as a team in the Gopher race, and they wrapped up the month with a win at the Becker meet. Swim and Dive just had the Malacca Invitational on September 13th, where they placed 2nd as a team, just 3 points behind Foley. However, they had a couple wins in their dual meets against Albany, Cambridge Isani, and Chisago Lakes. They lost their duel against Monticello recently, but came away with a lot of best times. Boys soccer ended their regular season on Thursday, tying Sauk Rapids 1-1. They got 2nd in the conference, which is the first time in school history, and their ending record was 5-8-3. Girls soccer finished off their season 9-3-3 and finished 2nd in both the section and conference. Currently, the drama club is piecing together each scene of this year's show. Their current focus is learning the choreography for major numbers and learning how to make the dialogue and songs flow together. Becker Yearbook's editors have made final decisions about the yearbook cover. They've also finalized templates for all fall sports and activities, as well as grade level pages. They've been able to welcome many new members so far this year. The Student Council is busy planning this year's haunted house, which will take place on Tuesday, October 28th. This month, DECA has been busy preparing new members for the Back to Business event on October 27th. They've also been running concessions at cross country and volleyball games and have paid their national dues. Finally, students on the robotics team got back this past week from the Vegas PAC Expo, where they had their own booth advertising the PMMI PAC Challenge and got to network with industry professionals. The expo was an awesome event with roughly 50,000 attendees and exhibitors and 1 million net square feet of exhibit space.
Okay, so in the coming month, the football team will look to defend the house this Friday in a rivalry matchup against their Corey Spartans at home. Apparently, Corey is doing really well right now. The boys cross country team has 1 regular meet left in Princeton tomorrow and will look to place well. Next week is the conference meet, and after that is sections where they hope to take first and go to state as a team. Girls cross country is also in Princeton tomorrow, and and the final race for JV and middle school teams will be the conference championship in St. Francis. The varsity team will go on to sections at Apollo, and they will also try to qualify for the state meet there. Swim and Dive will have the true team meet on the 11th at Becker and one last dual meet away at Olga Levi. In this next week, girls tennis will play Fergus Falls for the section finals. They lost to them 2-5 the last time they played them, but they've improved a lot since then, and they think they can make it to state. Boys soccer will play sections on Tuesday. They don't know who they play yet, but I think it'll be Zimmerman. Girls soccer's first season game will probably be this Wednesday against Zimmerman as well at home. And yeah, that's what we have for the coming month.
Yeah, and the girls soccer is Zimmerman Wednesday.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Moving on to item 2B, superintendent's report.
The 26th MSBA Leadership Conference is Thursday, January 15th and Friday the 16th at Minneapolis Convention Center. Let me or Angel know if you're interested in going to that. We'll get you signed up. Carla Nolan and I recently attended the Region 6 meeting. We participated in professional development from the Minnesota State Demographic Center. Received updates from various MASA state and regional committees. and our executive director, Deb Hinton, who's retiring at the end of this year, so they're looking to replace her. MASA Fall Conference, Carla, Shane and I have went to the MASA Fall Conference last week in Duluth. We were able to network and participate in a number of breakout sessions. Some of them included What Matters, Cybersecurity, Minnesota State High School League. I was also able to present some leadership tools to our peers in a session that was well attended. I'll be presenting similar information with our director of Sherburne Northern White Special Ed Co-op, John Weekly, at the MACE conference. Just a little tidbit on him as well. He did not get into the Blue Ribbon Council for Special Ed from the state level. He applied for that, but was not accepted for that. And we just found that out probably a week ago or so. Calendar, we'll be surveying for the 26-27 school year calendar. This survey will be used to determine the value of starting before or after Labor Day. Last session, the state legislature passed a law for 2 years that we could start before Labor Day. And that's up to the board to decide on, but we want to get some feedback from our community as well. Following those results, we'll survey or meet with the calendar committee. I just put that, Aaron, you're on there. And then meet and discuss a recommendation to the board for an upcoming meeting for our official calendar. Just a couple of reminders, the October 23rd work session with the city of Becker will take place here in the TLC. City of Becker, Township of Becker, County also brings some people into that. That's follow up from our last meeting that we had with that group. And then our November board meeting is on Thursday the 13th, again rescheduled because of the ability to canvass the votes after the election. And talking about election, the Minnesota Secretary of State went to their website and identified there are about 70 school districts asking and cities asking 105 questions throughout the state. Just as a comparison, in 2023, there were 38 of those elections with 79 questions. You can find out more information on that Minnesota votes.gov poll finder and things on there. So we also have our website updated on our school website for levy information. It's on the sidebar on there as well. So
Any questions for Jeremy? Okay, committee reports. Corey, you have a curriculum advisory.
Sure. We actually just met today, October 6th. A couple things to note for the public. There are some open seats for community members to join the curriculum advisory committee. If you're interested, there is a link on the district website to find it. Otherwise, I'll just say, you can also contact Carla Nolan, our district curriculum instruction advisor, to maybe get on there as well. This year, the big one is a curriculum review for social studies. So that'll be kind of taking place. We did have a good conversation about AI and how AI is in the classrooms and how the district stance is kind of where we just started that conversation on how we want to look at it, where we want to go with it, and kind of the positive tools. And a big focus was on just kind of enhancing the learning versus kind of making it easier or shortcuts that could happen with AI. And so that was going on. And then we had a nice little conversation with the responsive classroom training that some of our pre-K teachers did this summer. Just how they use the model aspect, and they're just doing a lot of how-tos through everything, whether it's walking in the halls to sitting in classrooms, riding the school bus. It's kind of and there's some staff, as mentioned, very positive feedback about how that's going with their students. Good meeting.
Thank you. I want to give an update on BEA real quick too.
Sure. We have met twice since our last school board meeting. We met on September 23rd and September 29th. We're meeting again tomorrow at 6:30. Honestly, I think discussions have been very positive as we continue to work toward a fair settlement for both parties. It's been pretty positive, moving in the right direction, hopefully, and we'll see what tomorrow brings.
All right, and along with those notes then, we did meet with transportation 2 weeks ago. And we have a TA with them. It's out to the members, gathering information, and then they will vote on that. And the rest of the 284, the cooks, custodians, secretaries, and paras, we are scheduled for mediation on October 27th. Anything I missed? Okay. Are there any other committee reports? Okay. Moving on to item number 3, consent agenda. I will entertain a motion.
I can make a motion to accept the consent agenda in front of us. I will second.
We have a motion and a second to approve consent agenda as written for us. Is there any questions or discussions? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Item number 4, the resolution for accepting donations. This is same as every month, so different format, I see.
Yeah.
Who wrote this up? Angel wrote this up?
Yep.
So a lot of money coming in again.
Yep.
I will entertain a motion for that.
A motion to accept the donations.
I'll second.
Having a motion and a second to accept the October donations. Do we have any questions or discussions? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Brings us to item number 5, the Minnesota State High School Cooperative Agreement. Jeremy, you want to speak to that?
Sure, yeah, we met last week at the Mississippi 8 meeting about swimming and dive. Just some discussion. We currently, or in the past, we've been co-oping with the two St. Cloud high schools, Tech and Apollo, Cathedral, Rocori, and Becker as part of the boys swimming. We just inquired with Monticello, and Monticello actually inquired with us and said, hey, we're open to this now because they're in the upper class. We wouldn't shift them to a different class because we only bring a few swimmers to that. Big Lake, I don't believe they co-op with anyone, but we just at the discussion table said maybe we can get together and we can all form a team through that. And we thought it'd be much better to transport or get our kids back and forth to Monticello rather than St. Cloud. The Monticello club team, the Muskies, uses our pool quite a bit. And so we just thought it would be a natural transition. And again, it doesn't impact the classification through the State High School League. So Monticello was all on board to add a few kids here and there.
Yes, but would there be any use of like our pool? Would they ever come this way or?
Yeah, I think everything is scheduled for this year. They did talking with them. They did talk about maybe getting a meet over here for that. But if this is a multi-year thing, then we would look at it as they schedule next year's.
So this is a 1-year agreement?
I think it's a 2-year agreement.
Okay.
It does say 1 year, but I thought we talked about 2 years.
Okay.
And I think that was tied to the classes.
Sure. Yeah, like the closeness.
Yeah, it's way nicer to drive to Monticello versus driving to Tech. So entertain a motion on,
Sure, I'll make a motion to accept our cooperative agreements for boys swimming. I'll second.
having a motion and a second to accept boys swimming dive. Do we have any further questions or discussions? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Brings us to item number 6, the resolution for appointing election judges. I'm not really sure there's much of it.
Yeah, Marilyn Danielson's awesome. Found a lot of election judges and alternates, and
We'll say it's
been working with Angel. A lot of these people have done our elections before, so we're thankful for the time that they do for that.
Entertain a motion for that.
I'll make a motion to accept the resolution appointing election judges.
I'll second.
Having a motion and a second to accept the resolution for adopting election judges. Are there any questions or discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. That brings us to item number 7, adjournment. This meeting is adjourned. Connie and Ryan, have a good night. Thanks for joining us.
Yep, have a good night, guys.
Have a good night.
beating.